Yo, so I've come into contact with a new guy named Destiny. I just want to give him a shout out. He's not in this video. Another guy that I really like that's in this video is Mehdi Hassan. I was just watching him and Destiny on Pierce Morgan last night. Destroy Sarah Palin and a couple other Trump. I don't know if the dude was a Trump supporter or not, but Pierce Morgan obviously is a Trump supporter. I don't know what's going on with that. So what I just wanted to show you guys real quick is something that one of these pro-Israeli guys just said, and show you to the extent of their boldness and how it's happening in America and Israel. But watch this.
You don't want to be called Nazis. Stop doing.
You're called an anti-Semite more than anyone else at this table.
Yeah.
And people will sit there and no, by me. I never called you an anti-Semite. I mean, I'm not sitting here saying
I'm a supporter of the Palestinians. I'm used to it.
Yeah, well, I hope your beeper doesn't go off. The thing is that
Bruh, what the fuck? Like, bruh. Am I tweaking? Hold on, bro. This dude just said, I hope your beeper don't go off. On CNN, bro. These people talking about these other nationalities at these Trump rallies. These are the top of the head, the PG version that you're seeing. When you go into the individual countries and when you go into the individual neighborhoods, I'm telling you what this is producing.
I should die.
You should not. No, I said,
you just said I should be killed.
No, I did not say that. No, I did not say that.
And another thing, like Pierce Morgan kept trying to bring this up. They call Trump Hitler-like and do. Like, I'm not even finna get into why people are doing that, because that's obvious. If you can't see that, then. But the point is, all these names that they're calling other people, he's upset that they're saying that. Pierce Morgan and other people, they keep talking about, why are they calling Trump and the Republicans Nazis and do. Why? Bruh, like, I don't know. Project 2025, how are y'all gonna bring Jesus into a country and make that the ruler of the country from a white Christian standpoint when it's supposed to be separation from church and state? Do y'all not remember the Dark Ages? Do you want a president to be like the Pope? Is that what you guys are saying?
Your guest just said I should be killed on live TV.
I said I hope you don't.
Let me just stop.
You said you hope my beeper doesn't go
Guys, you
off.
said I'm a supporter
Of the Palestinians.
of Hamas.
Guys, let me
I said
stop.
Palestinians.
Are you?
Am I what? No, of course I'm not
Palestinians
saying
are not.
I
Are
apologize.
you a racist, violent person inciting violence against
Ryan,
people?
Ryan,
That's disgusting.
that is completely.
No, I apologize.
That
Good
is
job, CNN.
completely
Let's have first
out
block
of
say the
pocket.
Muslim guy
You
should
know
be blown
that.
I
up.
apologize.
I apologize. I'm sorry. Did you not hear me? Like, are you an anti-Semite too? Like, oh my God. America, what the fuck, bro? Y'all tweaking. So anybody with sense by now who can really see things for what they are, I've already talked about this in another video of him bragging, and I'm sure there's more. But listen to how he said once Biden had disrespected them and didn't listen to them, and now he's saying Kamala's not listening, and she might be meeting with them for foreign affairs issues and for, you know what I'm saying, like bureaucratic reasons. But out of this man's own mouth, he is saying that Kamala and them are not in alignment with what Israel's doing. And that's why all this media is pointing towards Trump. I'm telling you all, and if you all will understand and follow along, you can see what I mean.
Do you have any reaction to Kamala Harris's remarks yesterday after she met with the Prime Minister?
I think her remarks were disrespectful. They weren't very nice. Pertaining to Israel.
Weren't very nice pertaining to Israel. Disrespectful. Trying to stop them. But she's only a vice president right now. So, everybody talking about go to Trump. He's going to stop the war in Israel. Are you guys like, who is paying y'all? Listen to this dude talk.
I actually don't know how a person who's Jewish can vote for her.
I don't know how a person who's Jewish can vote for her. And what did they say? Who controlled the media? Now everybody's on Trump's side. Are you guys seeing what I'm telling you?
But
And don't mistake when I say Israel and Judah, and there's two things. One, if I'm talking about them from a prophet's perspective or the covenant's perspective, I'm talking about all the Jewish people out there who are breaking the covenant, so to speak. But if I'm talking about Israel and Netanyahu and this war, when I say Jewish, I'm talking about that. This isn't what this is. Oh, look, he's like Eric Cartman and blah, blah, blah. No. They were freedom fighting right along with us. They didn't like the Jewish people or the African Americans. This right here is a long institution of Anglo-Saxon Nazism.
that's up to them. But she was certainly disrespectful to Israel, in my opinion.
And a lot of the random civilians that are Jewish and of Jewish descent and Hebrew descent are coming out and speaking against Israel. Their own country are doing protests against this.
Mr. Trump, has your relationship with the Prime Minister repaired at all?
It was never bad. I would say it was always good. No president has done what I've done for Israel. And we've always had a very good relationship.
Thank you. You guys keep talking about, oh, red pill and we want the truth and da. Y'all don't even understand the concept of red pill, blue pill. You know what I mean? It's funny. You know what I mean? I don't understand it. So watch this.
A short time ago, Iran launched 181 ballistic missiles at Israel, and I've been talking about World War III for a long time, and
you see what's on his mind. He doesn't want de-escalation. He wants World War III.
I don't want to make predictions because the predictions always come true. We're not going to make, but they are very close to global catastrophe. A short time ago, Iran.
I don't know what news media you guys are watching. You know what I mean? So this guy on camera, and there's other videos where he's like bragging about how much he's done for Israel and all the money he's given to them. So I don't know what. Y'all, this is funny, man. All right, so I want to show you guys why a lot of people, for some particular reason, don't want to teach about race and other things and history, and why that's damaging to the next generation and making them look like complete fools if they're not equipped with the right type of knowledge. So I want you to hear this boy speak, right, knowing American history, and I want you to see the irony, the pure irony in what's happening.
Despite the board's attempt to deny.
Because before I show this video, I want to make a statement. Remember, race isn't real. We don't understand race. Critical race theory is a lie. I want you to understand that this boy, while complaining about critical race theory, is going to prove why he needs critical race theory. Because from his perspective, he's going to explain why him and his race was left out. Do you see the irony in the whole situation?
At District 196, schools are quickly becoming a place where promoting activism is actually more important than promoting education.
Activism is more important than education. Because if people haven't learned by now, once all the programs are moved out of place, they're going to have free reign to do what they want over and over again. They're losing their power. And so now they're like, oh, what about me? I need a safe space. I need this. I need that.
I'll take you back to my first day at RHS this fall. The principal came out and gave us a heartfelt speech about equality and standing together. He began to list countless races, such as Latino, Asian, expressing how much they matter and how important they are. But never once did he mention a race or identity that reflects me, or half the kids that were in the class. Now, members of the board, I know you haven't been to school in
Now think about that. They make up the majority. So imagine you now are a little bitty kid. You're what, Asian now? Like what, 1% or 2% of the class? Now, everybody every day jokes, because I was a kid once. I went to American schools. The bullying, the racism, all the bullshit. I know what it's like. We're not gonna sit here and be like, oh, look, we're gonna present. We're Americans. So imagine being that little bitty minority, and all the time everything's against you, and then the one time you get somebody to openly speak up for you, but they didn't say me.
Wow. And I know none of you or most of you don't have any kids left in the school district. But you must admit how uncomfortable it will be to be characterized just by your skin color on the first day of school and be thought that you were wrong just because of your skin color. So I'll never forget the look one of my friends gave me.
Welcome to the cookout. Now he's advocating for African Americans and he don't even know it.
From across the room, as we were sitting there listening to this blatant bias being expressed in the so-called equity statement by the leader of our school. To be clear, I don't need you to tell me that I matter, but hearing the condolences given to other races and leaving just one race out, it inevitably...
So all the other races that got reparations and we didn't, and on Fox News and all these news stations calling us criminals, even though the majority of the population, African Americans, only did 3% of crime. And then after African Americans only did 3% of the crime, Caucasians did 2%. All of their murders and most of their murders were unsolved or plead down, right? No resources or anything. Start at the bottom and then at the bottom, constantly beat down by civilization. But they didn't get a phrase and a speech. The national anthem, slave or heirling won't prosper, But if we don't bow to it or do what we're supposed to it, then they excommunicate us from sports and other events.
Start to feel like you've done something wrong. And in our principal's attempt to unify us, he instead created unwarranted boundaries and barriers between his students, pitting us against each other based on characteristics that we can't control. In another separate instance, I was told that writing "All Lives Matter" on the whiteboard was political and could be seen as offensive.
Now, see, watch what he just said, putting us against each other, right? This is why this is so funny. Now, you know, anti-Semitism, don't say anything about Judaism or it's hate speech. Don't. Which I agree. You know what I'm saying? Like the way they're doing down in South and in America, it was a mad hatred for Jewish people for a long time. So I don't. But it seems like a lot has risen from that. Now watch this. Why are blacks the problem? Look at this. The problem with ghetto black people. Not a race problem. Look at this stuff, man. Like, dropped a bomb. A Klanman dropped a bomb. That's slang for he's telling the truth. Look at all these African Americans blaming us and other Africans. Black culture keeps blacks down. Oh, man. Oh, shit. It's like, it's insane. You can see black everywhere. Black, right? So then you think to yourself, if I was to type in, why are Jews a problem? You wouldn't believe what would start to happen on my phone, right? So I'm not even going to type that in because I don't need that. I'm not a conspiracist, but some things get flagged when you type that in. I'm just being honest with you. So I want y'all to see the differences, man. And then no matter where you go, if you're not Christian or a black Hebrew Israelite, oh, God forbid you're an atheist, right? If you advocate for everybody and say love everybody, then it's a problem because, oh, we have been done so bad, so it's time for us to stick with our own. Which, the more and more I learn, I'm not saying that's how people should be, but man, African Americans have been brutalized.
When I questioned the teacher after class, she told me that she didn't have an answer and she just had to erase it, and it was quickly erased. There are political signs all over RHS, about specific races that matter, specific sexual orientations that matter, and specific perspectives that matter. But when I questioned the RHS administration about how these signs were political...
So do those signs say hate the whites? Do those signs say whites are bad? Do those signs say those races are superior? It's saying, hey, you matter. Hey, you're not this and that. You're not all these things in these videos that people post about you. You don't eat cats and dogs. They're not saying anything about me. I'm gonna boycott Xbox.
They told me that they were supporting human rights. So when I questioned why the equity statement couldn't represent all students, they told me that to even ask that question was outlandish and offensive. And when I asked why that was, they told me, quote, whites have a pretty good situation right now, unquote.
Oh, see, they know racism when it's that. Oh, but get on Fox News and they don't understand black racism against the blacks. Ooh.
So is that not racism? Disregarding my question merely because...
Is that not racism? Oh, shit. Man, this stuff is funny. Now, let me go to Fox News. I don't want to single bro out. This is funny as hell, bro. Oh, look who popped up.
Jeremy, take me through what you and your colleagues, Mike and Jim Rutenberg, have reported.
Well, we knew there had to be a big reason for Tucker Carlson's firing. Fox doesn't just suddenly decide to jettison their most popular primetime host without a very good reason. You know, every time they have fired someone so abruptly, think Bill O'Reilly, Roger Ailes, there's been a big smoking gun. And what we tried to pursue...
And they've come at the end of an investigation. This seems to come at the beginning of one, right?
Well, exactly. And on the eve of this trial. So you knew, like, if they're paying $787.5 million and firing their big...
Look, critical race theory is racism. So I want you to understand what this means. Teaching about slavery, teaching about redlining, anything in African, but they love the Civil War. So in order to teach about the Civil War, you got to teach about why the Civil War was being fought. But if you do that, critical race there.
Hello, America. I'm Mark Levin, and this is Life, Liberty, and Levin. Over 40 years ago, I was a school board member in Cheltenham Township, Pennsylvania, outside of Philadelphia. And I remember we had some raucous meetings back then. We didn't call in the FBI or the Department of Justice, of course. That would have been absurd, as it is today. But the issues today are actually more important. Have you ever wondered why the Democrats don't denounce critical race theory? Critical race theory is critical racism theory. It is bigotry. It is racism.
Teaching about So watch this. According to him, what I'm about to do is racism. Watch this. This is what he just said. Me typing that in is racism. Because of the segregated South, blacks had to sit in the back of the bus. So then there was a woman named Rosa Parks who said, I'm not going to bow. And she said, I'm sitting in the freaking front. So what I just did was racist. Teaching you that was racism. These motherfuckers are crazy. All right, that's enough of that because these people are nuts. This really won't be long because this really wasn't, I wasn't going to make a video right now, but I want y'all to listen to something real quick on this Piers Morgan debate.
We're mixing in what the comedian said with what other people said. So I think they should be viewed differently. I do think that they're...
Did y'all, can anybody else see that? Like, am I the only one that just saw, hold on, maybe I'm tweaking. There's no freaking way. Dude just went to like,
was not just from Tony Hinchcliffe.
dude just went to like automatic response robot mode. Hold on.
No. Trump's childhood friend who called Kamala the Antichrist. My point is that you were mixing in what the comedian said with what other people said. So I think they should be viewed differently. I do.
Like he couldn't go past that programming. Like it was like, if one, continue at one and continue. Bro, who else just saw that? Like, what the fuck?